Auburn Blitz is now on the air. Your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham.
Sports Blitz Live is on the air with full coverage of the Auburn Tigers.
To the 5, touchdown Auburn!
The Alabama Crimson Tide.
Off to the inside, intercepted Alabama, touchdown run!
And everything college and high school sports. Now, let's join Andy, Brett, Randy, and Luke for this edition of Sports Blitz Live.
Hello again, everyone, and good Tuesday evening. Welcome into the latest edition of Sports Blitz Live. I am Andy Graham, alongside Jeremy Jeffcoat, and we are live on this Tuesday evening, talking about everything going on in the world of sports. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us tonight. Obviously, SEC Media Day is going on right now in Tampa, Florida. It started on Monday. Alex Golish took the podium today. Kalen DeBoer, I believe, will take the podium tomorrow. So those certainly the two most important voices that we'll hear. But all the SEC coaches usually have something interesting to say. Lots and lots of questions that they are asked and answered. Greg Sankey started it all off with his basically state of the SEC. Had some interesting things to say. We'll talk about that. And maybe some a little bit more than others I think maybe are getting blown out of proportion, but we'll talk about that. Talk about the things that Alex Golish said today. We'll go into those in some major detail. I've got 10 of the most intriguing things that he said today as far as I'm concerned. We'll get JJ's thoughts about that and response to some of those. And we'll talk about what we expect to hear from Kalen DeBoer. What do you want to hear from Kalen DeBoer as an Alabama fan? And what questions would you ask him tomorrow if you were in the room? We'll also look at some teams. Are these SEC teams or teams all across the board?
I was thinking SEC teams.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who are you pumping up? Who are you, selling? Buy or sell, basically.
Yeah.
Pump or fade, buy or sell. Which teams are you high on? Which teams are you not so high on? So we'll talk about that. And obviously, if we have some time, we'll talk about maybe the Braves a little bit as they're showing a little fight, being a little resurgent, which is good.
Good to see Austin Riley swinging the bat.
Yes, very good, for sure. Good to see Elder have a nice outing.
Yeah.
So, those things certainly need to come around if the Braves are going to continue to hold on to that 3-game lead now over the Philadelphia Phillies. But we'll start tonight, and I'll say, as always, we'd love to hear from you. 256-234-6221. Give us a call. Let us know what's on your mind, and we'll kick things off. SEC Media Days. JJ, I'm sure you've been keeping up with this and watching, all the hoopla. So anything just out of the first couple of days, what has stood out most?
Yeah, obviously, the biggest story out of the whole thing was Greg Sankey confirming on Monday that there had been real discussions about the SEC breaking away and doing their own thing. They tried to walk it back a little bit today.
Yeah.
He was like, we love the NCAA, and, the basketball tournament's so important, and, we want to make sure that we, all have a set of rules that we can live by and everybody agrees to go by.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Greg Sankey, as the commissioner, is the most powerful voice in the room. Who in the SEC do you think would be the second most powerful voice in the room right now?
In the SEC?
Mm-hmm.
Kirby Smart.
Kirby Smart. Kirby was asked about those comments today. Kirby's response was, and I quote, "I've been there for a while." So it's not just Sankey talking out his backside. You know what I mean?
Right.
I've been there for a while. I think what the SEC is going to do, and this is going to be very, very interesting. The Protect College Sports Act, they're trying to get it reformed to something them and the Big Ten can support, because they want it to pass, but not with the restrictions on expansion and not with the sharing of media rights.
Cool, yeah.
So, and if it doesn't, if it just falls apart, then I think there will be real discussions about, okay, do we go grab 2 or 4 more teams and just break away and break into 4 or 5 team divisions, and we will have our own thing, you know? And, here's the thing. I hear everybody, the Big 12 fans, ACC, go ahead and try it. That's never going to work. It'll work, at least for a little while. It'll work for 2 or 3 years while everybody tries to figure out something else. But it would work for 2 or 3 years. But, especially, imagine the SEC goes, okay, Clemson, Florida State, we're going to help you pay that exorbitant buyout with the ACC. Jump on out of there, And then maybe they go to like a Memphis, right? Or a TCU or both, And, I know they'd love to have North Carolina. North Carolina feels like they'll go Big Ten to me. But, I don't discount what he said. I think it's a huge story. I don't think it's just a straight bluff. I think it is trying to pressure the situation, but I don't think it's a bluff.
Well, it's 2 things. Number one, look, we've been having conversations like these. We've been doing shows like these. I've been doing shows like these for the last 13, 14 years. And we've been talking about this, for at least a decade, and talking about, well, this is possible. And it's one thing for you or I to get up here and say, well, this and this and this, and I think, if the SEC broke away in the Big Ten, and this is how I see these things. Talking heads can talk about anything and everything, and there's no consequence, and there's no real substance. It's just interesting to talk about.
Sure.
But there's a whole different story when the actual power brokers admit on national television, yeah, we've had those conversations.
Yeah.
That is a real conversation. Now, like you said, number 2 is Sankey came back today and said, look, I was just responding to a question.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me, I didn't bring it up. Somebody asked me a question, and I'm trying to be transparent, and I'm not trying to mislead anybody. All I'm saying is, yes, we've had those conversations behind closed doors. Is it imminent? No. That was the kind of his thoughts on that. So, okay, that's fine too. But the whole point about, we just want to have some universal governance that is actually legitimate.
Yeah.
That's the whole point to this. And we can all say, that they want the Protect College Football Act to pass. They can all say that we love the NCAA. Everybody loves the NCAA tournament and yada, 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 yada. But down deep in your heart, if you're having those conversations, and the reason we've been talking about this for a decade is nobody actually believes in their deepest hearts of hearts that the NCAA is ever going to figure it out.
Yeah. I don't think, listen, the NCAA has the basketball contract, I believe, through 30 and 31 or maybe 31, 32.
Something like, yeah.
That is also, interestingly enough, when the SEC's media deal with ESPN runs out. Regardless of what happens over the next 6 months to a year, that is when things can and probably will change. Because I don't think, that's why I said the 2 or 3 year thing. Let's live in a world where things go to hell in a handbasket and the Protect College Sports Act fails and everybody go, oh, well, nothing we can do. We go on like this. And the SEC comes out in December and says, next year we're adding these teams and we're doing our own thing. Mm-hmm. And then they do that in 27, 28, 29. Then 30 comes around. And then it's time for new media rights, and it's time for, all of this kind of stuff. And the basketball tournament, it potentially leaves the NCAA's control. then that's when the SEC and the Big Ten can really flex their muscle and go, okay, we're doing a new thing, and we're going to call it this. And if you participate, you agree to abide by these sets of rules, even if every athlete you have walks out the door.
Right.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And that, so that's what's coming. The big changes are going to happen in 30, 31, 32, I think. But what makes it interesting now is, I think the Big Ten and the SEC would love if they did break away, because they've been talking about this in the Protect College Sports Act. I think they would love to raise the house settlement money to about $40 million, double what it is now, because they can afford it and the other conferences can't. So you raise the cap to like $40 million, and then you really limit NIL to true NIL and not pay for play, which is what we're doing now. I think that's what they would like to do, But I don't know. And there's some of that in the Protect College Sports Act about negotiating increases in the cap and those sorts of things. So, I think the Protect College Sports Act has potential to maybe put some guardrails on the game. But we'll see what happens there.
Sankey also said something that's got a lot of legitimacy to it as well today, and that is, he said, if we did break away or decide to break away, I feel like we would be right. I feel like we would be right here again before Congress in the same way.
Yeah. In
that, we're going to get sued, and maybe the government's going to step in anyway and say, no, you can't do that.
Well,
in some way, I mean, So it would be you want to talk about a logistical nightmare of that, and the lawsuits that would be going on. It would. We ain't seen nothing yet.
No, we ain't seen nothing yet.
All right, we got to take a break here, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
Sportz Auto Sales, Highway 280 in Kellyton, Alabama, is home-owned and home-operated. If you're looking for tires, they have it. If you're looking for a vehicle, they have them. Great selection. Always out looking for more just for you, the customer. And if you're looking for service, whether you buy the vehicle from them or whether you buy the vehicle somewhere else, they do service work and got a great crew there. Keep us in mind. Don't you go by Sportz Auto Sales on Highway 280 in Kellyton today.
Craving pizza done right? Come to Lake Martin Pizza, where flavor meets the lake, with 2 locations, 63 South in Alexander City and Highway 49 South in Dadeville. Grab a 14 or 18-inch specialty pizza or build your own masterpiece. Go half and half your way. In a hurry, stop in for our lunch specials. Hot, fresh pizza by the slice, served daily. We've got more than just pizza. Try our fresh salads, cheesy breadsticks, garlic knots, and sweet cinnamon twists. Lake days, game nights, or family dinners. Lake Martin Pizza hits the spot every time.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill and Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life.
Here at Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply, we value what truly makes a home. And that's why we're proud to offer America's #1 brand of siding and exterior products. James Hardie creates possibilities with an array of colors and textures. We offer the full line of James Hardie products, from Hardie plank to artisan siding and everything in between, giving you, our customer, options to have the best. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply, local since 1984.
Ready for an unforgettable escape? Jump into adventure at Lake Martin, Alabama. From thrilling water sports to peaceful fishing spots, it's love at first bite every time you cast your line. Want more excitement? Catch an event with our vibrant festivals, concerts, and fishing tournaments all year long. And when the sun sets, dive downtown to discover local shops, delicious dining, and warm southern hospitality. Explore Lake Martin, where every moment is an adventure waiting to happen.
Zaxby's birthday cake milkshakes are back. Just in time for Zaxby's 35th birthday, so they're gifting you half-off handcrafted milkshakes. Happy birthday to us all. Zaxby's handcrafted milkshakes. Who's got the sauce?
Zaxby's. Bundle your home and auto and save money with State Farm's personal price plan. Contact State Farm agent Ron Carroll today at 256-378-6631 or visit him on Highway 280 in Childersburg. Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer availability. Eligibility may vary.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and JJ here with you. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. We are brought to you each and every Tuesday evening by JR Sports Bar and Grill. Wonderful place to have lunch or dinner right here in downtown Alexander City. If you're tuning us in, of course, we are statewide here on Spectrum Cable. So if you're in the Lake Martin area for the first time, take my advice. Visit JR Sports Bar and Grill. You definitely will be glad that you did. A wonderful place to eat, great atmosphere, great people, great food. It's been here in the same location for 27 years now, so definitely a kind of institution in Alexander City. JR's Sports Bar and Grill. All right, I don't know, did you catch the other thing that Greg Sankey said, talking about the officials and transparency?
I mean, I did. I didn't pay it that much attention.
I mean, Auburn fans paid attention because, last year there were a few snafus.
I heard a couple of Auburn
there were a few
podcasters,
snafus.
Getting crazy about it. But.
Yeah, it's a little. I guess I grant you it's a little bit, but they're a little tender about it, and rightly so. After last year, but if you've watched college football, I don't understand. I mean, you watch the ACC, and just the simple fact. I mean, if you're just going to throw people a bone, they put a mic in the replay booth. You can actually hear what they're talking about. You can actually understand why they come to the decision that they come to.
Sure.
Whether you like it or not, whether you agree with it or not, at least there's, okay, I understand why they made the decision they made. For him to just kind of arrogantly say, yeah, we're not going to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, that kind of rubbed me the wrong way a little bit.
Honestly, it's just not something I care about.
Rules?
I mean, I care about the rules, but I mean, again, you and I are going to disagree on this. I thought the Georgia call could have gone either way.
I have no problem with the Georgia call. I have a problem with Oklahoma.
With the player on the sideline.
With the illegal play.
Yeah.
That is clearly and established as being illegal.
Yeah. I thought it was interesting that the Oklahoma staff had informed the officials that they were going to run it. Could they run it? And they said yes.
Which makes it even worse.
Right. So, but that's not something that a microphone in the replay booth is going to fix. So it's just a misinterpretation of the rule.
And a guy got fired.
Yeah.
Literally, a guy lost his job. Now, you can't tell me, I mean, you just blow that off, like don't even mention it? Like, I mean, as part of the transparency of the official?
Should he not have been fired?
No, I'm saying he should have. But, I mean, that should be the part where Greg Sankey leans into it and says, look, if you don't think we're serious about this, we let a guy go because he made some bad calls.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, not even – well, what if a coach calls timeout and then blatantly lies on national television and says that he didn't, and we just we don't say anything about it?
They're going to do that. Coaches do that.
I've never seen it happen before.
I mean, not that
since.
exact situation, but how many times has a coach in a post game and gets asked about something he did? He's like, no, that's not what I was doing. Yeah, I mean, we see that all the time.
That was the most blatant example I've ever seen, I believe, in my 50 years. I mean, have you ever seen anything like that? The timeout? Clearly he was calling timeout. I mean, timeouts are pretty important when it comes to college football.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just, call timeout and then, take back.
Yeah.
Do over. They didn't work like that.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying. It didn't sit. That didn't sit quite right with me. But maybe I'm making too big a deal of it.
Well, you know, I mean, look, I can go back, 4 years? Is it 4 years now? I'll go back to 4 years when Kool-Aid McKinstry gets a game-clinching interception against Tennessee in the end zone, and with an official standing right there by him, and the official on the opposite sideline, 45 yards away, throws a flag for pass interference from 45 yards away. And the official right on top of it didn't think it was pass interference.
Yeah.
And it was his call. So, yeah, I mean, but I just, honestly, I don't burn a lot of energy on officiating. It's not something I worry about that much.
Not unprecedented, though, for an official 30 yards away to throw a flag. Doesn't happen often, but it happens. Never in my life have I seen a coach call timeout.
You're fixated, Andy.
No,
you've got to move on.
I've moved on.
You've got to let it go.
I'm just saying, very rare event that it could have changed the outcome of the game. Maybe not. The Georgia thing, I got no problem with.
Yeah,
that's just. I mean, he fumbled. Whether it was across the goal line by a millimeter or not, that's irrelevant to me.
Yeah,
he fumbled. He's an idiot. If you don't fumble, it's not a problem.
Sure.
All right, we got a phone call.
All right, let's go to the phones.
Hey, caller, you're on Sports Blitz Live.
Hey, yeah, just listening here, and unfortunately, for about the last 2 minutes, wasn't able to listen to much of the commentary. But Andy, do you hear JJ trying to be a denier of the Oklahoma call or the fake timeout by Kirby Smart?
It sounded like it.
He sounds like a denier. I guess, maybe, I don't know if he's watching Aliens. JJ, that was clearly the two worst calls probably made. And I know that a lot of
Are they the worst in the history of football or just for that weekend?
In football, yeah. I would say football, yeah. It's in the SEC football. Let's not try to make this a global issue, right? It's not like offsides in the FIFA Cup, right?
How bad was it?
Let's just back this up for a minute, okay? JJ, the internet is full of videos of any sports event you want to watch. And the illegal play in the Oklahoma game and the fake timeout by Kirby, you're not ever going to show me any video that even comes close to that. I will challenge you on that, and that's open, and I got the best steak dinner. I mean, Jay, you like steak, right?
Are you under the impression that I was saying that the officials got it right?
Del Frisco's in Texas.
Yeah, I've been there.
I'll fly you out there. I'll buy you the steak of your choice, and I will pay for it. I will tip gladly. If you can show me any video that shows a bigger blown call than the Opelika game and other. And now, here's a disclaimer. To all Auburn fans that may be listening or watching, okay, stop whining about bad calls, okay? That is the typical Auburn Achilles heel that we whine about calls. Yes, we've taken some bad ones, but your mojo has to pick up after that, and you have to let it go. I let it go until JJ starts denying it. It's a different thing, okay? So, JJ, Del Frisco's fly you to Texas, buy you steak of choice. Hey, I'll throw a few drinks, right? You're never going to show me any video of such a blatant bad call as the Oklahoma game and the fake timeout by Kirby, and I'll just leave it there and listen. Thanks.
All right, so
the people have spoken.
My response would be this. One, I have been to Del Frisco's. It has been about probably 30 years since I've been there. And 30 years ago, we had 5 people at the table, and the tab was about $750. So while I appreciate that, this is where listening can pay off. If you're a listener, this is where listening can pay off. At no point did I say Kirby did not call timeout, because he clearly did. I was just laughing about him denying it afterwards, because what are you going to do, arrest him? But he clearly signaled timeout. Now, whether he changed his mind in the moment, I don't know. And the illegal play was
irrelevant whether he changed his mind.
As we said earlier, the illegal play was an illegal play, and somebody lost their job because of it. So at no point was I saying the officials got it right on either of those situations. I'm just saying that that's not where I put my energy. I just don't. Officiating to me is, I want it to be as good as it can be, but sometimes it's going to be better than others.
Yeah. Kind of sounded like a denial. Okay. By the way, Opelika spelled O-P-E-L-I-K-A.
That's correct.
Yeah. O-P-E-L. Okay. My apologies to Opelika. All right, we got to take another break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
Celebrate America's 250th all month long at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika. During the month of July, with every new or used vehicle purchase, you'll receive a beautiful embroidered American flag kit for your home. Our way of helping you proudly celebrate. We have over 500 vehicles in stock and ready for immediate delivery. You'll find the biggest discounts and a great selection. Visit Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika today. Get ready to smile.
Satterfield Outdoor Living is Lake Martin's trusted friend for your outdoor land and leisure needs. We're the region's authorized Skag mower dealer for residential and commercial lawns and offer all the small engine accessories you need with top lines of Steel, Echo, Shindaiwa, Husqvarna, and Metabo products that can tame any landscape. Satterfield is also your grill headquarters with Big Green Egg Grill, and our pros service everything in-house and back up all sales. Get the Satterfield Outdoor difference on Highway 280 right across from Tallapoosa Ford.
At Southern Union State Community College, success isn't a solo journey. It's powered by something bigger. A herd of faculty, mentors, industry partners, and a community committed to helping you move forward. Whether you're earning a degree that prepares you for immediate entry into the workforce, transferring to a university, or learning a new skill, Southern Union helps you find your strength and run with it. Herd powered, performance driven. Southern Union State Community College. Apply today at suscc.edu.
Hillaby Towers is an affordable senior citizens community located in Alexander City on Highway 22 East. Spacious one-bedrooms are available now. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today to find out more information on Alexander City's best-kept secret, 256-329-0552. That's Hillaby Towers in Alexander City.
Sign Source is your local vendor for commercial and residential sign manufacturing and installation. We offer all kinds of lighted and non-lighted signage, from retail signs, LED message centers, event banners, vehicle wraps, the whole spectrum. We also offer service and repair on existing signs, as well as retrofitting to LED or installation of outsourced signage. We have the knowledge necessary to fulfill all of your signage needs in the short or long term. Visit signsourcenow.com to get started.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and JJ here with you. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. We are brought to you each and every Tuesday evening by Sunshine Heating and Air. For all your heating and cooling needs, give Kevin Keel and his crew a call today. Summer months still, we got a ways to go. So hopefully your heating and cooling unit is in tip-top shape, but if not, Sunshine Heating and Air is the call that you need to make. Check them out today. All right, one final comment, and then we can close the book on this. I just want about the Oklahoma thing. What galls me most is I can't even blame Oklahoma for running the play because they cleared it with the referee. But the fact that can happen when, everybody looks at. The SEC says it. The officials say it. Everybody that knows says you can't do that. That is not a legal play. And yet Oklahoma could tell the referees we're going to run this, and they go, all right. That cannot happen. That's what I'm upset about.
That's why somebody lost a job.
But one guy. I mean,
I'm sure he was the head of the crew.
Yeah, I'm sure he
but
was.
I mean, that when the white hat loses their job, I mean, what? Like I said, what else are you gonna do? Put him in jail? You know, the guy screwed up and he lost his job over it.
Nobody else on that crew said, "Dude, you can't."
Yeah,
do
hey Bob,
that.
we need to.
Hey Bob, yeah. But anyway, okay. So we're about to be embarrassed on national television. All right, I'm closing the book on. All right, Alex Golesh spoke today. I really like Alex.
I like Alex Golesh a lot too. I didn't get to see his podium speech, but I did get to watch his whole Q&A. I think he's a really smart guy. I think he's really good with the media.
He's thoughtful. He seems to be genuine.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing not to like from a personality and presentation standpoint. You know how that translates to the football field. We'll see. I have a new theory, Andy.
Okay.
This is a saying.
I'd love to hear it.
I may put this on my tombstone. Coaches don't fail because they don't know football. Coaches fail because they can't run the organization. And what we don't, if you're a Division I, high level, FBS head football coach, and you've worked your way up through the ranks to get there, you know more football than 99.9% of the world's population. You can coach the game. Can you run an organization with 100 players and 20 or 30 staffers and a medical staff and a training staff and a strength and conditioning, department and a recruiting department, a scouting department,
probably 100 other people.
Yeah, I mean, can you run a massive organization with a $200 million budget? That's the question. So I think that's why coaches fail, not because they don't know football. I think Alex Golesh is a good football coach. We will see now that he's running a big program how he adjusts to that.
It seems like everybody understands any coach that has been successful at all in any stop and has learned anything understands there are certain core values or certain core standards that you have to implement. Like, you need to pay attention to the details.
Yeah.
It seems like everybody knows that.
Yeah. The last guy.
It seems like everybody knows that. But the difference is the ones that do it.
Yeah.
Everybody says it. Can you do it?
Right.
Everybody says we want to change the culture. I don't think but a few people actually know what that means.
Yeah. No, I
and they
agree.
don't know how to do it.
It's an overused word, but
yeah.
One of the things that Golesh said today, and I think it's on your list, so when he talks about being a player-led team.
Oh, yes.
And Saban was great about this. He always had his quote-unquote leadership council, right? And big decisions, he would take to the leadership council and get their recommendation before he made it, So yeah, and that's how you build it. You give them responsibility, and that's how you build accountability and discipline. And a player-led environment is by giving them those responsibilities and then letting them execute it.
All right, let's look at some of these things that Alex Golesh said, and I'll just get your thoughts on it. These are 10 the most intriguing things to me that Alex Golesh said today. Number one, and these are not really in any order, but we went through a long, hard spring. Talk to our players, and they will tell you it was about as hard as anything they've gone through, as it needed to be. It was hard in a lot of ways. It was the start of building an identity, and it was the start of building and changing a culture that's standard-based, where everything we do is at an elite level. Identity was the word of the day when it came to Alex Golesh.
Sure.
Said it over and over and over again.
And, like you said, every coach talks about this stuff. Not every coach can do it. There's still some coaches who had successful seasons last year that I'm not sure can do it. And we'll talk about those maybe a little later.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's right, and part of it's going to start with him. And I don't want to harken back to Saban, but he was the best coach of all time. He arrived at the facility every morning at the exact same time, in the exact same way. He went to lunch every day at the exact same time and ate the same thing every day. Practice, same time, every day. The expectation never changes. You
What
are
did he
here
eat for
at
lunch?
this time. Turkey salad.
Every day?
Every day.
I can't do it, man.
Like I said, but that was when he pulled his car into park. It's one of the funniest things ever. He would pull his little Mercedes in, and he would park in his parking spot. And then he would get in and go start his workday. While he was getting his workday started, an intern would then come out and turn the car around where it's facing out so that he wouldn't have to waste time backing up when he got ready to leave. It saved him 7 seconds a day.
Right.
You know, so, but and I don't think you got to be that maniacal about it, but you got to be pretty maniacal about it. And, you know, so I think Golich is right.
Well, he took it to another level. That's for sure.
When he talks about doing everything at an elite level, I think that's where you have to be, whether it's film study, whether it's, you know, coaches meetings, whether it's drills, whether it's the weight room, whatever it is. You know, if you can get everybody to buy into doing everything at the highest level they can, then you can be successful.
I don't know if I put it in one of these, but Golich actually did say today, we can't waste any minutes of any day.
Yeah.
So it's the same mentality, which that's actually,
you know, tell me if
you're giving me some encouragement.
Tell me if you think this is accurate, because Summerall talks the same way, and Golich talks the same way about process driven and, you know, doing everything at elite level, same thing every day. I think there's a generation of young coaches, because these guys are young. I think there's a generation of young coaches that grew up watching Saban do what he did and said, I want to do that.
Yeah.
You know, so let me study how that guy does it, because that works. You know what I mean? And I think there's probably a generation of young coaches who are going to approach things that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right, let's take another break, but we'll be back right after these messages.
You've dreamed about the perfect house, a place to call your own, and a place to not only stretch out, but to grow. Auto Owners protects your house because to you, it's home. That's simple human sense. Happy to help, man. I was just over there talking to myself anyway.
Sick of those fake sales with 50% off a price that never existed? Then you're ready for Memorial Day Mayopoly at Morgan Home Furnishings and Bama Outdoor, where the deals are real. It's simple. Spend at least $600 and take a draw from the cash bag, where each draw could earn you up to $250 to make that total melt away. And with no credit refused financing, everybody plays and everybody wins. Morgan Home Furnishings and Bama Outdoor, creating happiness both indoors and out.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes that are installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
I'm Joseph Dean with Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation in Dadeville. We're located at 16797 Highway 280, which is on the corner of 280 and 49 North. With an on-site crematory in Opelika and a cemetery in Tallapoosa County, we are a full-service funeral home. To get in touch with us, feel free to come by or call us, 256-750-0381. And for any other questions, you can visit the website at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, CAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
There's only one clear choice in the Lake Martin area for plumbing, heating, and air. That's All Clear Plumbing and Air. Our professionally trained technicians offer full service repair and installation on all major brands. From drips to water heaters, thermostats to entire air conditioning and heating systems, and everything in between. Our fast, reliable, and guaranteed top-notch customer service will keep you informed and up to speed through the entire process. Call us today or look for us on Facebook and Instagram at All Clear Plumbing and Air, 256-496-2056. License number 19172.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and JJ here with you, taking you up to 9 o'clock this evening. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. We're taking a look at what Alex Golesh had to say today at SEC Media Days. I'm going to run just randomly through several of these, and you just give me your thoughts on them. I love where our talent is. We are plenty talented enough to go and win every single game.
I mean, I think he has to say that. And he may genuinely believe it. I think most coaches genuinely believe it, right? If I squeeze every ounce of juice out of this orange, we'll win them all.
Right.
You know, I don't know where Auburn's talent ranking is going to be when the numbers come out. I would imagine it's going to be somewhere in the middle, somewhere in the middle of the league. But
I'd bet it'd be 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, my I only have like a handful of questions. I believe in Byron Brown. He's a proven college quarterback. I don't think he's going to go 3,000 and 1,000 at this level. But I think
he does. Auburn will be in business.
But I think he'll be fine. I'm a little worried about offensive tackle. I'm a little worried about interior of the defensive line. I'm a little worried about losing both corners because one's going to be starting at Florida this year. One's going to be starting at Ole Miss. So corner, interior defensive line, offensive tackle. Those are the areas that I have questions.
Yep. I think this is the antithesis, and it probably is somewhat of I don't know if he's this type of guy quite yet, but Hugh Freeze for 2 or 3 years, we got to get more talent. We got to get more talent. And Golesh comes in and says, I love our talent. We got enough to win. It's on me if we don't win games.
Yeah.
I think there's something to that. All right, talking about identity, he said the first piece of this identity that we've hammered home is the ability to be physically and mentally tough. That's what Auburn football was built on, physical and mental toughness. The ability to be the most violent football team on the field every Saturday, and he underscores it, violent. I think that's something you can watch and see.
All right. So, one, it's needed.
Mm-hmm.
There was zero mental toughness in Hugh Freeze's teams. Zero. That's why they lost all those one-score games, right? And I really, and look, Gus had some success at Auburn, no question. But I don't think Auburn's been what he's talking about for about 20 years, mid-2000s.
Tuberville, yeah.
Yeah, the kind of that
04, 05, 06.
05, 06 kind of run that Tuberville had. I don't think they've been that since then. And so I think he's right. I mean, I think that's a good initial plan to try to build that. How do you build mental toughness? I don't know, but
yeah, that is the most Auburn thing you could possibly say, because that statement right there, to every Auburn fan that's over 35, right. They're like, almost a tear comes to your eye, like, I want that again. That's exactly right. Yeah. That is Auburn. That's what you're built on, defense and tough. And we gonna run the football.
Mm.
We're gonna run the football down your throat. And then when we get done doing that, we're gonna run it some more. That's just so. Yes, absolutely. That is music to my ears. Now, again, easy to say, harder to do.
Yes.
So we will see. Number 7. My job is to set standards in every aspect of our program. It's our players' job to uphold those standards and to live them every single day. That's what we've worked on for 7 months. That's what instilling culture means.
It's such an important part. You've got to set the expectation, and then you've got to hold them to it too. I mean, you got to, if somebody's not getting it done, you've got to handle that. You would prefer it if the players would handle it, but if they don't, then you've got to.
Yeah. The goal has never been to be the fastest team in the country or top anything. The goal is to play as efficiently and quickly as you can while executing with an elite level of detail.
Being the fastest team in the country wouldn't hurt either. I guess he's talking about in there how they operate. He's not talking about like team speed, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Tempo.
I would agree. Look, football goes in stages. We've seen it. From 2013-14 to probably 2020, high flying, points everywhere, like balls flying 40, 50 yards, and winning championships. And then 2021 came, and Georgia starts bludgeoning people to death in 21 and 22. 23, Michigan bludgeons people to death. 24, Ohio State bludgeons people to death. Last year, did you know that the Heisman winner last year did not throw for 300 yards in a single game? So it's kind of reverting to a line of scrimmage game again.
Sounds like there was a lack of options.
Huh?
Sounds like there was a lack of options for the Heisman. If the Heisman winner didn't throw for 300 yards.
He deserved it. He was great, but I'm just saying he did not. It wasn't one of those 4,500 yard. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No, I mean, yeah. The Penn State game, that last-minute deal, he was great in the second half against Ohio State. So, he deserved it. But all I'm saying is this is not – it's not a sport anymore where it's 400 yards a game through the air, and – it's right now, football is reverting a little bit back to a line of scrimmage game.
The biggest question I've gotten as I've gone through this journey the last 7 months is, man, what's a successful year one look like? How do you gauge it? What are your goals? I don't really have any goals other than laying a foundation for what Auburn football is going to be for years to come.
Smart answer. Don't put a number out there.
No.
We want to win 10 games. Just don't.
Well, we think we can win 6. Yeah, that's gonna make them. Yeah, that's
don't do the whole. We got to make a bowl game. Don't.
Not good.
So smart answer. Don't set the expectation should be to play every play and practice every practice as well as we can, as hard as we can every single time. And then however the score comes out is how the score comes out. That's kind of that process-driven mentality that he talks about.
Yeah, I think that's right. All right, we got to take a break. We'll come back and we'll finish these out, and then we'll move on. Don't go anywhere. More to come right after this.
Celebrate America's 250th all month long at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika. During the month of July, with every new or used vehicle purchase, you'll receive a beautiful embroidered American flag kit for your home. Our way of helping you proudly celebrate. We have over 500 vehicles in stock and ready for immediate delivery. You'll find the biggest discounts and a great selection. Visit Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika today. Get ready to smile.
Two Rivers Lumber Company has a proud heritage in the state of Alabama and is excited to announce we are opening a new facility in the Lake Martin area late 2025. Our company specializes in southern yellow pine dimension lumber, and we plan to employ over 150 in our new community of Lake Martin. Two Rivers Lumber Company is a family-run business with over 45 years of service to the state. And we are happy to become a part of the Lake Martin community and want to wish the best of luck to all area athletic teams in all competitions. Two Rivers Lumber, Lake Martin's newest community partner, coming soon.
What makes Zaxby's Giant Chicken Finger Quesadilla so giant? Crispy fingers, sauce, and melty cheese. Zaxby's Giant Chicken Finger Quesadillas. Who's got the sauce?
At Southern Union State Community College, success isn't a solo journey. It's powered by something bigger. A herd of faculty, mentors, industry partners, and a community committed to helping you move forward. Whether you're earning a degree that prepares you for immediate entry into the workforce, transferring to a university, or learning a new skill, Southern Union helps you find your strength and run with it. Herd powered, performance driven. Southern Union State Community College. Apply today at suscc.edu.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
Bundle your home and auto and save money with State Farm's personal price plan. Contact State Farm agent Ron Carroll today at 256-378-6631 or visit him on Highway 280 in Childersburg. Prices vary by state, options selected by customer availability. Eligibility may vary.
If you listen carefully, you'll hear the roads of Alabama calling. And Sarah Honda has your answer. Serving you for over 40 years with one of the largest Honda and pre-owned inventories in the state and the Sarah Promise. Our best deal when you buy or trade, a 72-hour exchange policy, a no-hassle trade-in promise. Written offers are good for 7 days. And our best service promise. Our factory-certified technicians help keep your vehicle running smoothly. That's why Alabama can be yours to discover in a new vehicle from Sarah Honda in Sylacauga.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and JJ here with you. Final segment in the first hour of tonight's program. We are looking at the most intriguing things Alex Golesh said at Media Days today. He said, and you referenced this earlier, I've always said that if a team is coach-led, you'll max out at a level or at a point. When a team is player-led and player-driven, you win championships.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's there's a lot to say about that because I think that's true in any organization, right? I mean, I think it's true in military organizations. I think it's true in business organizations. It's true in sports teams. The guy at the head needs to be smart, needs to be good at his job, needs to set the tone and lead the way. But you've got to have buy-in from everybody else. And if you get buy-in from everybody else, then you can be really, really successful.
60 individuals never win a championship.
No.
A team wins a championship.
Yeah. I mean, listen, Michael Jordan won 6 titles. Scottie Pippen had to buy into being number 2. Mm-hmm. You know, and Scottie Pippen was good enough to be a number 1. But he had to buy into that, you know, I'm Tonto to his Lone Ranger.
Right.
You know?
And speaking of that, as you put together 115 guys that haven't been together and a brand new staff, the ability to connect and work through things and get to know each other is the difference of how the season ends up playing out. Can these guys communicate? Can these guys truly learn and grow and love each other and truly form a brotherhood?
Yeah, I think that just fits with the other quotes, you know, about a player-led team and that sort of thing. It just sort of fits in there.
He said, we talk about winning in the margins. You watch a team play, and are they detailed in what they do? Does situational football look the way it's supposed to? 3rd down, 4th down, special teams, detail in special teams, ball security, red zone offense, tight zone offense, goal line offense, 2-minute offense, 4-minute offense, 4-minute defense, 2-minute defense, red zone defense, tight zone defense, goal line defense. Are you detailed in the margins that win football games? The reason I put this quote on here.
Yeah.
Can you tell why the reason I put this quote on here? If you just looked at that.
No.
When he said his whole deal is, you know, you got the details.
Right.
And then what have we heard about Alex Go? So much detail-oriented. Mm-hmm. Detail-oriented. Detail-oriented. When you listen to his answer, he takes the time to name 47 things.
Right.
He names every single one of them. He could have just named 3 and said, et cetera.
Sure.
Or he could have said, you got to be detailed in all the particular offensive. He goes to the point of naming every single one of them. And that, I think, proves and that shows he is that detailed guy.
Sure. Well, and the thing is, this is where your staff gets tested because you can't do all that.
Right.
So that's where your staff gets tested. Now you're overseeing it. Where are we on this? Where are we on this? But that's where your staff gets tested, right? How tight are we on what our plan is? Do we know if we're ahead by 4 with 4 minutes to go? We have a plan of what we're doing.
All right.
If we're down by 4 with 4 minutes to go, we have a plan on what we're doing. So and every situation changes. If you're flying by the seat, for example. If you're a head coach who calls his own plays and you don't go to the offensive meetings during the week,
it can be a problem.
It's a problem.
It can be a problem.
Yeah.
I've seen it actually happen in real life.
In recent years.
Yeah.
Yes.
It can be a problem.
Yeah.
And so I used to say, you reference Nick Saban all the time. Somebody – I don't know. I was having a conversation years ago, and they were talking about you wouldn't believe. I mean, he's got this book that he'll go out. I mean, when they are going to recruit a player, there's for a certain position, there's a height, there's a weight, it is so detailed down to the molecule.
He and Belichick did that when they were in Cleveland together. And they basically just sat down for days and said, what traits are we looking for at this position? And now I've heard him talk about it before, and he says there are exceptions. He goes, you might want a corner that's 5'11" to 6'1". He goes, but you might run across a 5'9" guy who's really, really good, and you're going to take him. But so there's exceptions, I think. But yeah, that was him and Belichick, man. They sat down and created this entire glossary of down to how they move their hips, down to how flexible were they, all of this for every position.
For Hugh Freeze, it was, does he have skinny ankles? That was the only criteria.
Right.
So what happens when you hire a clown, JJ?
Yeah.
You
get a circus?
You get a circus.
Yeah.
That's right. All right. Finally, right now, we recruited extremely well. It's a huge credit to our staff, huge credit to the recruiting staff, scouting staff, personnel staff, full-time staff, everybody involved. We are sitting with a top 10 class in the country with 0 proof of concept, with a year being behind the majority of our league. Now, if you can show proof of concept and lay a foundation for what Auburn football looks like moving forward, you can continue to recruit and just as importantly, really more importantly, retain to that and develop within your program underneath that umbrella of what our identity is year in and year out. That's how you build a consistent football program.
Sure. I mean,
if you want to talk about one word that Auburn has not had in the last 20 years, it's consistency.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But, I mean, he's right. You got to – I don't think, and I know reasonable people can disagree, I don't think you can consistently be at the top of the game if you're not somewhat committed to high school recruiting and development.
Yeah.
Because I think – and yes, I understand that some kids are going to leave. It's going to happen. But if you can retain and stay focused on those 10 or 12 guys that really matter to you and keep them coming back, then you can build on that. Now, you're not going to be able to do a top 10 class every year. Nobody can afford that anymore. But you can do it 2 or 3 years, maybe take one back here and there. You do it for another 2 or 3 years. This is basically what Kirby's doing, that's why I have my doubts on whether the Portal King is going to, blow everyone away in Baton Rouge. We'll see.
Well, I mean, some of that is kind of, get you a little bit of gobbledygook in the middle, but I love that, and this is what year one is for Alex Golesh. And the question has come up several times. Well, what's the expectation? What's the expectation for you in year one? Prove concept.
Mm-hmm.
Prove concept. That's the goal for the first season.
Sure.
Prove your concept. If you can do that in year one, it don't matter. It doesn't matter the record.
No.
I mean that it does, but I mean that's not the point. If you come out of when you finish year one, if you look back and go, man, we were, we lost 4 or 5 games by 1 score. We were right there at the end. We didn't blow the game. We just got beat by a better team. But yet you come out and say, man, we were the toughest team on the field the majority of the time. We know who we are. We're just going to get better at being who we are. You've won the first year.
Yeah.
Regardless of record. All right, we got to take a break, but never fear. We'll be back with hour number 2 of Sports Blitz Live right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice. Bice Motors.
If you haven't been to Big B Barbecue in Alex City, then you're missing the best barbecue around. Big B has everything from the best pulled or chopped pork, chicken, and beef to cheeseburgers and grilled chicken salads. Bring your friends and family out for a great dinner and sit outside on our beautiful patio or sit inside and enjoy your meal by the fireplace. So come in and join us and enjoy the best barbecue in the area only at Big B Barbecue, located on Highway 22 West in Alex City.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, CAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
Corey's Furniture Express, your expressway to savings. Come on, get on board. Corey's Furniture saves you more. We try harder in every way, so drive a little and save today. Corey's Furniture Express, your expressway to savings.
The all-new Winter Timber is now open. Located right next to the Walmart Market across from the Auburn Mall. If the outdoors is your lifestyle, Winter Timber is your new headquarters. From rifles, ammo, and hunting supplies, camo, and all the outdoor essentials, they've got it in stock and ready for you. Winter Timber is here to serve Auburn, Opelika, and the entire Lake Martin area, and they'll make the drive worth it. For the best selection and the best service in outdoor gear, one name says it all. Winter Timber, the best in outdoor needs.
For air that's cool and clean, call Sensi Green. For air that's cool and clean, we care about the air you breathe. Call Sensi Green.
Turn to the experts at Sensigreen and find out how to get up to $1,000 in carrier cool cash rebates. Visit Sensigreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, we care about the air you breathe. Call Sensi Green.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and JJ here with you. Thank you so much for joining us. This is hour number 2. We spent a lot of time talking about Greg Sankey and his comments at SEC Media Days and Alex Golesh comments at SEC Media Days. If you got any thoughts on those, 256-234-6221. You can give us a call and we can talk about that, but we'll be moving on in the second hour of tonight's program. Kalen DeBoer is set to take the stage tomorrow.
He'll be first, right? He'll be the first out of the
I
gate.
think he is the first out of the gate. So, go ahead and get it. You better get up early.
Kirby was first today, I think.
He was. That Kirby's smart. He's an acquired taste, I got to say. But he is a good coach. He is a really good coach. Highly motivated, I'm sure. But, okay, so we'll talk about Kalen DeBoer a little bit. What do you expect from him? What do you want to hear from him? Maybe what questions might you have for him? Let's just start there. What do you expect to hear from Kalen DeBoer tomorrow?
DeBoer is a different personality than the last guy in that job. Far different personality. He's not a pound the podium guy. He's not.
Yeah, he's soft-spoken guy.
He's not he's not. I don't think Kalen DeBoer is the kind of guy that's going to go speak to like General Motors executives and do a clinic on that's not who he is. He's kind of a laid back football dude, right? And so he'll talk. I mean, what I expect to hear is kind of the same stuff we've heard from him. We've said all along we're taking a smaller recruiting class this year because he'll get questioned about that. He'll get asked about Ryan Coleman Williams, and he'll say, Ryan's one of the leaders on our team. Nobody's worked harder this offseason. He'll talk about the offensive line changes and how well Adrian Clem and Richard Owens have fit into the staff, and that's what you're going to hear.
Yeah.
I mean,
Is there anything in particular you want to hear from him?
There's several things I'd like to hear, but you're never going to get this kind of answer. But let me give you a good example. Indiana last year, who Alabama got to watch up close and personal.
Yeah.
Won a national championship with a lot of 24-year-old dudes. 24, some 25, right? 23, 24, 25. Especially on the lines of scrimmage. Okay? Both lines. Now, a lot of those guys are gone now. We'll see how that works in Indiana. But Alabama went in the portal on the defensive front. They let some guys go. Quay Russaw, James Smith, Keeley, whatever his name is. Keon Keeley.
Yeah.
And those were highly recruited guys. But they were 6'2", 6'3" guys. They were very much Saban body style, right? And they went in the portal, and they lost all their inside linebackers too. So to add to the young linebackers they had coming back, they go to Virginia Tech and they pick up Caleb Woodson out of the portal. Caleb Woodson's going to be 23 this season. He's played a lot of football at Virginia Tech and was a team captain at one point in his career. They picked up Devin Tompkins from USC, who's going to be 23, I think, or 24. Played a lot of football at USC, been productive. He's bigger. Caleb Woodson's a bigger linebacker, 6'3", 240. Devin Tompkins is 6'5", 298, right? But he's played a lot of football at USC, and at one point in his career was a team captain. And then they picked up Kedrick Beanley-Jones from Mississippi State, which a lot of Alabama fans kind of poo-pooed when they walked Mississippi State. He can't be any good. He's going to be 24 or 25 this year. He's played a lot of football, and at one point was a team captain. So you pick up three guys who are big, because Beanley-Jones is like 6'5", 320. You pick up three guys who are bigger than what you had. They've played a lot of football. They're older, and they've shown leadership ability. And that could be – we know the secondary is going to be good. The front seven, I think, is where a lot of people are worried. You've got good edge rushers. But if those three guys hit on the interior of the defense, here would be what I would like to – maybe then not hear from him, ask him. With a young quarterback, and it looks like I think all 11 offensive starters are going to have eligibility beyond this year, so it's a young offense. But you've got an experienced defense with older cats. You've always been an offensive coach. You're an offensive mind. Can you coach a team that might need to be defensive-led for the first half of the season while the new offensive line comes together and the young quarterback grows up a little bit? Can you coach a team that might need to be defensive-led? You know what I mean?
Not his style.
It's not his style. I mean, he's a smart coach. He can do it.
Sure.
But, have you ever done that in your career, and do you think that is possibility for this team while the young offense grows up. You're not going to be able to do it all year because you're going to need offense against Georgia. You're going to need offense against LSU and Tennessee. But, you know, you could be defensive-led against East Carolina and Kentucky and, you know, South Carolina, Mississippi State, and Florida State. You could be a defensive-led team. You know, protect the football, get our points when we can, let the defense work. I don't, you know, have you ever done that, and do you think that's something you could see happening with this team?
Yeah. Interesting points. I think that's, you know, is this the way that you want to continue to build your team? Do you want to? Is that what you're looking for when you go out in the transfer portal? Older guys that are highly, you know,
got some experience.
Got some experience in and leadership roles.
Shown leadership, yeah. So I think that's important. You know, they kind of did the same thing on the offensive line because they did get some young guys like an offensive tackle from Michigan who Alabama was heavily recruiting 2 years ago, and then Michigan dropped a massive bag on him and he went to Michigan. And then Jerome Moore gets fired and he comes back to Alabama, probably at a discount.
Right.
So you've got him, but he's going to have to develop. But you've got Javen James. It looks like he's going to start at right tackle, who's been a starting left tackle at Kent State and Mississippi State. So he's got a couple of years.
Be wary of those guys from Mississippi State. I'm just going to say.
And he's again an older player, right? I think he's going to be in his fourth year. You've got the transfer from Cal Poly, right, coming in.
We're all going out and getting these smaller school guys
that are a little older.
And experienced. They're older and experienced. I mean, some of them are going to work out great, and some of them are going to look at and you're going to go, yeah, he got plays like he's from James Madison.
You know, it's interesting, the center from Cal Poly, because you had some highly recruited youngsters on Alabama's roster who were candidates for that center job. And he was basically named the starting center like third day of spring practice. So, I mean, the talk on him was that he needed to develop his strength numbers because he'd never really had a strength and conditioning program. Right. Somebody made a joke and said, yeah, what is the strength and conditioning program at Cal Poly? Like a 1-year membership to Planet Fitness? You know, like, but, you know, and DeBoer talked about how he's really taken advantage of the strength and conditioning program and, you know, put on some size, put on some weight, and added some strength. And, I'll take just an extra minute. I know we got to go to break. I was watching some of the coverage today, and, you know, I'm a big fan of Brooks Austin, the film guy, right? He did an interview with the AL.com, one of the AL.com guys today, and they asked him about Alabama's run game. And they asked him, did he think that DeBoer's done enough to fix it? And he said, you know, don't know. He said, but I'm glad he addressed it. And I'm paraphrasing here because he didn't say this. What he basically said was, you didn't have a lack of talent last year.
No.
You had a lack of coaching, and that's on the guy that's in charge of that unit. He had to go, you know. So you get him out of there, and you get a new guy in to come, you know, put some finer points on that. 2, you went out and got guys who match the body style of what you had at Washington. Caden Proctor, 365. Cam Dewberry, 350. Formby at 350. These were Saban offensive linemen. DeBoer and Grubb have always been more of that 305 to 320 guys who can move, better athletes, because they run a lot of that outside zone stuff. And, like, it was painful trying to watch Wilkin Formby pull from right guard around left end. I mean, it was painful, man. So you get guys who are better athletes that can move a little bit, and you can get back to that running game that you had at Washington, which was pretty effective, you know. So he seems to think that they've got a chance to be better because they've got athletes that match what they want to do. And hopefully they've got an offensive line staff now that will get the details right.
All right, we'll take another break, but don't worry, we'll be right back right after this.
When you want quality, selection, price, superior financing, and a pain-free buying experience, look no further than Sons Automotive Group of Montgomery and Auburn. Sons of Montgomery offers the best selection of Kias, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks. Conveniently located on Eastern Boulevard, Sons Ford of Auburn is the region's Ford volume dealer. And when you shop at any Sons location, they will maximize all incentives and financing options for anyone's credit. Whether Kia, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram in Montgomery, or Ford in Auburn, Sons Automotive treats you like family because they are family driven.
If you're tired of the same old and you're hungry for something really good, then it's time to go to JR's Sports Bar and Grill. JR's has the best fingers and wings around, and their menu is loaded with appetizers, burgers, salads, and so much more. Follow JR's on their Facebook to keep up with their live music events and drink specials. And if after a long day you just want to stay in, remember JR's delivers. Call in your order at 256-329-2328. JR Sports Bar and Grill, 145 Alabama Street in Alexander City. Adams Motorsports of Montgomery knows it's the best time to ride. Right now, get the best deals on all of our Suzuki and Kawasaki street bikes, side-by-sides, four-wheelers, and dirt bikes. Adams Motorsports has it all, and our inventory is vast. Get out there, ride the streets and trails, and let Adams Motorsports make your pleasure our business. With family customer service and service after the sale. It's time to ride, so come see us on Eastern Boulevard in Montgomery or online at adamsmotorsports.com.
Lee Apparel is your go-to vendor for screen-printed and embroidered apparel and promotional products. We print and embroider free custom-made graphics or outsourced designs on everything from t-shirts, headwear, corporate wear, team sportswear, high-end safety apparel, and promotional products. At Lee Apparel, you can always expect quick turnaround time, competitive pricing, friendly customer service, and free in-hands delivery on all orders. Visit us at leeapparel.com to get started.
Visit our new locations in Gadsden and Oxford today.
There's only one clear choice in the Lake Martin area for plumbing, heating, and air. That's All Clear Plumbing and Air. Our professionally trained technicians offer full service repair and installation on all major brands. From drips to water heaters, thermostats to entire air conditioning and heating systems, and everything in between. Our fast, reliable, and guaranteed top-notch customer service will keep you informed and up to speed through the entire process. Call us today or look for us on Facebook and Instagram at All Clear Plumbing and Air, 256-496-2056. License number 19172.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and JJ here with you. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us tonight. Any more questions for Caitlin DeBoer?
Well,
before we move on?
I told you off the air, but
yeah,
you know, I don't know. I mean, I would want to know if they intentionally went out looking for older guys, you know, at some key spots.
Yeah.
I think I would like, you know, the question I had about being a defensive-led team, at least early in the year. And I think my question would be, as you're evaluating the two quarterbacks, which is more important to you, or which do you value more, the ceiling or the floor? Because I think Keelan Russell has the higher ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
Austin Mack, because his familiarity with the offense, probably has the higher floor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, which one's more important? To you, Andy, I'll pose the question to you. Do you want the guy with the higher ceiling that is a little young, probably going to make some mistakes? Or do you want the guy who maybe plays a little more mistake-free, but, you know, he's got a bar?
Yeah, I'm probably always going to go with the guy with the higher ceiling.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it doesn't matter if you know, there's not a whole lot of difference between – really, there's not a whole lot of difference between 11 wins and 9 wins, or 11 wins and 8 wins anymore.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah,
so.
With Alabama's roster, if you told me, yeah, the offensive line they gelled a little bit, but it wasn't great, and the quarterback took a little time to get up to speed, and you know, looks like he'll be good next year, but you know, and you told me they went 8-4, I'd go, yeah, that sounds about right. Or you tell me, hey, Keelan Russell came in there, man, and he was every bit the 5-star plus that they thought he was. and they went 11-1. I go, yeah, I can see that too.
Now this is one of those things, and again, I've experienced this as well. You get a lot of experiences as an Auburn fan. And this is impossible to know, but because hindsight's, as Di said, 50-50. If the young kid, if you're not quite where you need to be and you know you're not quite where you need to be up front, I'd be a little bit hesitant about throwing the young kid out there because he can get ruined. I mean, he could, and I've seen it happen. So I would maybe put the guy out there that's got a little bit more experience, that's got a more solid, like you said, a higher floor in that situation. But again, it's impossible to know.
Yeah,
now,
we don't see him at practice.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to have a sense of your offensive line from practice because you've got a pretty good defensive line that can practice against. So you're going to have some sense of what you have on the offensive line, where your weaknesses are, where you're vulnerable. The only thing with Russell, I've heard people make the other argument, which was Russell's the better runner. He's more elusive.
Mm-hmm.
So if you think you're going to have problems with pass protection, do you start him because he can maybe wiggle out of some of that more so than Matt can? I don't know. And like I said, we don't see him in practice, but I think it's going to be Keelan Russell. I think they're both going to play in the first game, and it wouldn't surprise me if they both played against Kentucky. But I think, another Saban reference, but a lot of coaches say this. The coaches really don't pick the quarterback. Saban used to say all the time, you could see in practice how the team responds to, if a guy is winning the job, the players know it. The players know who the better player is, and they're gonna respond to that. And as a coach, you just gotta go with it. So
yeah. I could see, and probably as a coach, that's what you want to happen.
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't want to have to make that. Sometimes you end up having to, and it comes down and really, if you've got two quarterbacks and you honestly say there's really not a difference between them, they probably neither one of them very good.
Here's the other thing too. I think Alabama's in a pretty good position there because whoever starts, you're going to have a credible backup.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to need it. I saw this stat the other day. I think 7 of the last 10 years at Alabama, the starting quarterback has missed some games. So at least one, right? So there's a good chance you're going to need 2 quarterbacks.
Ask Lenore Sellers. Ask who was the kid, Austin Simmons.
Yeah.
You can get Wally pipped in this league pretty quick.
You can. So, I think that's – and we'll find out. We'll see what DeBoer has to say about it tomorrow. But you read some of the other players' comments. I think Ryan Coleman-Williams said something back during spring practice about Keelan Russell having a video game arm, So, you hear some of those comments, you go, yeah, I think the players are seeing it. You know what I mean?
Maybe, yeah. It may not be that. We think – this is going to be the hardest decision there. It turns out it was really not that.
Yeah.
Really not that difficult of a decision. And a lot of times, like you said, it plays itself out and on its own. So, anyway, all right, just a couple of more minutes left in this segment. But, I tell you what, let's kill this segment. The Atlanta Braves kind of stinking tonight, but they are still 58-41. God, they still have a great record. That is such a testament to how unbelievable they were in the first 2 months of the season, of the year. They were, they were so good. But the Red Sox have now won. Are they still on the streak? They've won 13 in a row.
I don't know.
They may still be on the heater. I don't know, but they're playing unbelievable. They may end up catching the Rays of the. I think the Rays are the ones leading that division right now. But anyway.
Interesting because Sonny Gray at the Red Sox is one of the candidates that's been mentioned as a trade target for Atlanta.
Atlanta looking for a number 2 starter, maybe some middle relief.
Yep. That's what Anthopoulos said. So they're looking for a number 2.
And of some sort?
Huh?
A bat?
Oh, they've talked about that. He's talked about adding a bat.
Yeah.
I think I could live without a bat if Ronald can come back and, and play if you give me a couple of pitchers.
Yeah, it definitely would be nice.
If I had to make a choice, give me pitching.
That's true. All right, let's take another break. When we come back, who do we pump up? Who do we fade away? We'll talk about that right after this.
When you want quality, selection, price, superior financing, and a pain-free buying experience, look no further than Sons Automotive Group of Montgomery and Auburn. Sons of Montgomery offers the best selection of Kias, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks. Conveniently located on Eastern Boulevard, Sons Ford of Auburn is the region's Ford volume dealer. And when you shop at any Sons location, they will maximize all incentives and financing options for anyone's credit. Whether Kia, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram in Montgomery, or Ford in Auburn, Sons Automotive treats you like family because they are family driven.
If you're tired of the same old and you're hungry for something really good, then it's time to go to JR's Sports Bar and Grill. JR's has the best fingers and wings around, and their menu is loaded with appetizers, burgers, salads, and so much more. Follow JR's on their Facebook to keep up with their live music events and drink specials. And if after a long day you just want to stay in, remember JR's delivers. Call in your order at 256-329-2328. JR Sports Bar and Grill, 145 Alabama Street in Alexander City. Adams Motorsports of Montgomery knows it's the best time to ride. Right now, get the best deals on all of our Suzuki and Kawasaki street bikes, side-by-sides, four-wheelers, and dirt bikes. Adams Motorsports has it all, and our inventory is vast. Get out there, ride the streets and trails, and let Adams Motorsports make your pleasure our business. With family customer service and service after the sale. It's time to ride, so come see us on Eastern Boulevard in Montgomery or online at adamsmotorsports.com.
Lee Apparel is your go-to vendor for screen printed and embroidered apparel and promotional products. We print and embroider free custom-made graphics or outsourced designs on everything from t-shirts, headwear, corporate wear, team sportswear, high-end safety apparel, and promotional products. At Lee Apparel, you can always expect quick turnaround time, competitive pricing, friendly customer service, and free in-hands delivery on all orders. Visit us at leeapparel.com to get started.
Visit our new locations in Gadsden and Oxford today.
There's only one clear choice in the Lake Martin area for plumbing, heating, and air. That's All Clear Plumbing and Air. Our professionally trained technicians offer full service repair and installation on all major brands. From drips to water heaters, thermostats to entire air conditioning and heating systems, and everything in between. Our fast, reliable, and guaranteed top-notch customer service will keep you informed and up to speed through the entire process. Call us today or look for us on Facebook and Instagram at All Clear Plumbing and Air, 256-496-2056. License number 19172.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and JJ here with you. A few more segments left in tonight's show. We thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. 256-234-6221 is our number. Give us a call if you got anything on your mind, if you got any comments about any of the things that we talk about. So, JJ had an idea. We're talking about the SEC. Mm-hmm. Which we often do.
Well, the media days.
Media days going on today. Obviously, the media is going to unveil their predictions at the end of the week. I made my predictions in the paper this last week, went in depth into Auburn's schedule this week, and not only told you which games they were going to win and which games they were going to lose, but gave you the score as well.
Okay.
Take it to the bank, JJ.
I got you.
Just don't cash the check right quick. All right, so.
When am I going to have to make my predictions?
We'll let you do it whenever you want.
I'm not ready tonight.
Now, normally I wait until maybe the start of fall practice before we Because that way we'll know who the quarterbacks are and all that.
Yeah. Maybe
Get a really good
A
idea.
couple of weeks out from the season.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I just want to know because I have to, I make some decisions.
I appreciate you take it seriously. All right, so we are going to give you one team or two. What are we going to do here?
Well, here's the deal.
Okay.
I didn't want us to get in a situation where we picked the same teams.
Yeah, of course.
So I identified two. Like, it's basically stock up, stock down, right?
Buy or sell.
Right, buy or sell, but it's so overused. So I like pump and fade.
I like it.
We're going to pick one conference team to pump and one conference team to fade.
This is who you like to win it? This is who you like.
Not winning the whole thing.
Yeah,
I'm just saying somebody I'm feeling better about right now than I was.
Okay.
And somebody I'm feeling worse about than I was.
Okay.
Maybe a team that I think will exceed expectations, and a team that looks like they may fall short.
I see. Okay. Well, I will allow you to go first, and we will start with who are you pumping up?
Okay. Let me pick which one. I am going to pump the Ole Miss Rebels.
Okay.
I think everybody's telling you 8-4 first year for 8-4 would be fine first year for Pete. But I started looking at the schedule today, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just rough. It's an estimate because I didn't go to like DraftKings or anything. I would have Ole Miss favored in 10 games, and one of the games I don't have them favored in is. Like, they're really close. Like, they host Georgia. I would have Ole Miss as like a 2.5, 3-point underdog hosting Georgia. Maybe a 5-point underdog at Texas. They could knock off one of those teams. And so, when I look at Ole Miss, the only thing I'm worried about with them, honest to goodness, is receiver. And obviously, offensive coordinator is a thing. But they've got the best quarterback in the league. They've got an experienced offensive line. They've got some good defensive pieces, and they added some valuable transfers there. They lost their, I think, top 3 pass catchers. So, but receivers you can find. So, I don't know. I'm looking at Ole Miss. I think they're going to knock off LSU in week, was it 2 or 3? 3. I think they're going to knock off LSU in week 3. I don't see them losing to Vandy or Mizzou. I know I've got them beating your Auburn Tigers. You may feel differently about that.
I do not.
But it's in Oxford. They've got to go on the road to Oklahoma, but, I just think Ole Miss is better than Oklahoma. I know Trinidad Chambliss is better than John Mateer. So, right now, because I kind of went all summer thinking, Ole Miss probably fade back to about an 8-4, but I'm looking at it now and I'm going, I think I got them favored in 10 games.
I think I had them going 10-2.
Yeah.
I think I did.
And that's back in the playoffs, and that's, and you get in there at 10-2 against that schedule. And, they may be hosting that first-round game, not traveling.
Definitely could be. All right, as much as I hate to say it, but we're just talking about somebody that I feel much better about. Or better about
Maybe
than I did.
Feeling better about. You can still change your mind later.
Okay,
You're feeling better about than you did.
I'm actually feeling better about South Carolina. I had them, but that's mainly because I had them. I was feeling pretty bad about it, and I don't think Shane Beamer's a good coach. Okay, but the more I think about it, and I think about them 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And I think about what they're capable of. I think that team that I watched with a healthy Lenore Sellers, and I look at them and go.
And an offense that actually makes sense.
And a competent offensive system. Yeah. And I think, because last year's, you can't unsee what you saw last year.
Yeah, you got Mike Schulet.
Yes. But, and now, the other thing, too, is I think eventually Lenore Sellers is going to get hurt. Because I don't think he's a durable guy. Now it might not be. I hope it's not, and it don't necessarily be season ending, but he might miss a few games, and they might be pretty important games. So, however, if he is healthy, and all things considered, I feel a lot better about South Carolina.
7 or 8.
I think they can get there.
Yeah.
I think they could even get to 9. They might be a surprise
Things
team
fall the right way.
to threaten, but they're not going to win the SEC or anything. But they could be a team where people go, "Wow, I was not expecting that."
They picked up some nice transfers on the offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
Nitro Tuggle, they picked him up. So they got some skill position guys. One of the most dynamic wide receivers in the country. He just doesn't know how to run routes yet. And Lenore Sellers, Dylan Stewart on the defensive side.
Yeah.
I mean, both of those guys, if it falls right, could be top 10 picks next year.
I would agree. Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't disagree with you. I'm having trouble getting over Bieber.
Yeah. He's not a good coach, but
I don't think so.
I think they win despite him. Maybe.
Yeah.
What I'm.
South Carolina should be consistently pretty good. They've got money. They've got wealthy boosters. They've got
They got fan support.
I mean, they've got fan support. They've got a great atmosphere. They should be better than they've been.
Yes, I would agree. All right, you pump them up. You also fade away.
Yeah, I got a fader for you.
All right.
And the SEC media is going to completely disagree with me on this.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, we will take a break, and we will come back, and we'll see what we have to say right after this.
Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor has what you need for your farming, mowing, and land management. Lake Martin Tractor has any size Mahindra tractor you need, along with hundreds of implements to get the job done. See our full line of rugged Spartan zero-turn mowers. Both Mahindra and Spartan still have 0 down and 0% interest. Check out the all-new Spartan Intimidator 4-door crew cab UTV with dump bed, or see the all-new Mahindra Rockstar HD. Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor on Highway 280, Alex City.
Spring has sprung, and it's the perfect time to refresh your garage door with Dixie Overhead Door. Get a $49 garage door tune-up, or take $50 off any repair. Tune-ups are included for Dixie Cares Plan members. Call today for details. Don't get stuck in the heat. Right now, get your AC tune-up for as low as $49. And if your system's older, now's the time to upgrade. Choose your system, and we'll level you up at no extra cost. Hurry! Limited systems available. Call Dixie, and it's done.
Craving pizza done right? Come to Lake Martin Pizza, where flavor meets the lake, with 2 locations, 63 South in Alexander City and Highway 49 South in Dadeville. Grab a 14 or 18-inch specialty pizza or build your own masterpiece. Go half and half your way. In a hurry, stop in for our lunch specials. Hot, fresh pizza by the slice, served daily. We've got more than just pizza. Try our fresh salads, cheesy breadsticks, garlic knots, and sweet cinnamon twists. Lake days, game nights, or family dinners, Lake Martin Pizza hits the spot every time.
At Southern Union State Community College, success isn't a solo journey. It's powered by something bigger. A herd of faculty, mentors, industry partners, and a community committed to helping you move forward. Whether you're earning a degree that prepares you for immediate entry into the workforce, transferring to a university, or learning a new skill, Southern Union helps you find your strength and run with it. Herd powered, performance driven. Southern Union State Community College. Apply today at suscc.edu.
I'm Joseph Dean with Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation in Dadeville. We're located at 16797 Highway 280, which is on the corner of 280 and 49 North. With an on-site crematory in Opelika and a cemetery in Tallapoosa County, we are a full-service funeral home. To get in touch with us, feel free to come by or call us, 256-750-0381. And for any other questions, you can visit the website at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live. Andy and JJ here with you. Only a couple more segments left in tonight's show. We are talking about SEC teams that we believe may be better than we first expected, and maybe some that will be a little worse than we expected. We talked about who we might pump up a little bit here in the last segment. Now it's better to burn out than fade away. All right, JJ, who you got?
All right, here's my fade candidate, and the SEC media is going to rank this team, I believe, in the top 4 in the league.
I think I know where you're going.
The Aggies of Texas A&M.
Oh, okay.
And let me tell you why. I know they went 11-1 last year.
Mm-hmm.
I also know that they went to Texas and lost by 10. And then they got bounced in the first round of the playoffs.
They did. Playing one of the worst playoff games I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah, it was horrible. I want to give you their conference schedule.
Now, granted, the wind was blowing about 70 miles an hour, but still.
Keep in mind that they were at one point were ranked number 1 in the country last year.
They were.
Here's their conference schedule. Now, give them credit for the one.
They were 11-0 in the SEC. They should have been number 1.
Yeah, they beat Notre Dame on the road in that 1-point game, right? But I just want to give you their conference schedule last year.
Mm-hmm.
Auburn, 5-7.
Not a good team.
Mississippi State, 5-7.
Not a good team.
Florida, 4-8.
Not a good team.
Arkansas, 2-10.
Bad team.
At LSU, after they had fired Brian Kelly.
Not a good team.
South Carolina, 4-8.
Not a good team.
And then Texas, which they lost.
Pretty good team.
Now, I say that to say this. Everybody, I watch a lot of SEC Network and and all that kind of stuff. Mike Elko's the next Nick Saban. Mike Elko this and Mike Elko that. Here's the thing. They lost both coordinators last year. Both.
Mm-hmm.
Including Colin Klein, the offensive coordinator, who's now the head coach at Kansas State, who is one of the best play callers and quarterback coaches in the country. And he was still developing Marcel Reed, right? Marcel Reed's still inconsistent, but with Colin Klein working with him, they're really trying to develop him as a quarterback and not just an athlete. And they made, I think, the cardinal mistake when you lose both coordinators. Especially, like, Elko can probably step in and help with the defense if you hire the wrong coordinator, but not the offense. Both positions were filled by in-house promotions. And Holman Wiggins, who's a terrific wide receiver coach, unbelievable recruiter. He was at Alabama with Saban the last couple of years. He's been with Elko. Good wide receiver coach. Never coached quarterbacks and never called plays. He's going to be the guy now responsible for developing Marcel Reed and calling the plays in that offense. And he's never done it before. And the schedule is not what it was last year. Week 4, they go to LSU. If they lose that one, and that's kind of where I'm leaning, right? I'm like, they go to LSU in week 4. Marcel Reed throws a couple of picks and they lose. All right, then they get Arkansas. They go on the road to Missouri in week 6. Maybe. Maybe. It's certainly tougher than any road game they had last year outside of Texas. They go to Alabama in week 8.
Tough.
In Tuscaloosa. They go on the road to South Carolina November the 7th, who you just, had a pump-up moment for. They play Tennessee at home, who I think people are sleeping on Tennessee a little bit. They might have the best offensive line in the conference. I know they're going to have a young quarterback, but, They go on the road to Oklahoma November 21st. And then they finish with Texas at home. I think the media is going to pick them to go like 10-2 and be like the 3rd or 4th finishing team in the conference. And I'm telling you that I can see 4 losses, like without using my glasses on that schedule.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fading A&M because I think Elko made a mistake with the in-house hires, especially on the offensive side.
Okay. Let's see. Well, I got 2 teams. I'm not sure which one. I think both of them would be. Yeah. Well, I hadn't been ever really too high on this team.
Okay.
But I'm going to fade them.
Worse?
I'm going to fade them because I think the media is going to have this team in the top 4.
Okay. I think I know where you're going.
And that's the LSU Tigers.
That's what I figured.
And now they could be. I think there's a possibility. But as as good an offensive coordinator and play caller as Lane Kiffin is. And I grant him and give him his pearls. He is an outstanding offensive coordinator, quarterback coach, and play caller. A Svengali, he is not.
Right.
You don't. It's not easy to get 60 new guys and just throw them into the pot and say, you guys just have at it. I don't care how talented they are. And you could say, well, he went to the transfer portal and did this at Ole Miss. He did. He brought in guys from the transfer portal a lot. Yeah, that's fine. Not this many at one time and just expecting to have expectations of national championships. They had expectations of bowl games at Ole Miss.
Yeah.
So I look at their schedule and I could see, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I think there's a possibility they could be 1-3 to start the season. Now,
here's my biggest question with LSU, and I know everybody's in love with Sam Leavitt. Oh, Lane Kiffin's got Sam Leavitt.
Yeah.
I've watched Sam Leavitt the last couple of years. I watched him that year Arizona State went to the playoffs. He's all right.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he's all right. He's not Trinidad Chambliss.
No.
He's not Jackson Dart. I don't see the Sam Leavitt is leading you to a championship thing being all that accurate. Now, could I be wrong? We know Lane can coach quarterbacks. Here's a stat that I thought was fascinating. Since college football approved the use of helmet comms, and, you know, for up until there's 15 seconds left on the play clock, the coach can talk to the quarterback. Since helmet comms came into the SEC, Ole Miss led the nation in points scored and yards per game. Because Lane could get on that headset and go, all right, cover 4, look for the comeback.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he's just one of the best at that. I mean, he may be the best at that.
Right.
So we know he can do his thing, but I don't see Sam Leavitt in that upper tier of quarterbacks that everybody else does. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he proves me wrong. I don't think he's a top 4 quarterback in the conference, but that's just me.
I would agree with you. I think there's a better chance that LSU goes 8-4 than they do 10-2.
I think there's certainly a better chance they go 8-4 than there is 11-1.
Yeah. So by that, I think they go 9-3, probably something like that.
Probably, but I'm with you. I could see 8-4. I'll probably have them going 9-3 because I haven't beaten A&M at least right now.
Right.
You know? And that probably would be the difference between 3 losses and 4. You know, but I like that as a fade candidate. I mean, LSU could be one of the biggest disappointments in the country this year. The way people are building them up.
Yeah.
Will the media put them 3rd?
Yes, I think so.
You think so?
3rd or 4th.
With A&M?
Yeah, I think so.
Where does Oklahoma fall? Are they?
I think they're probably 5th or 6th, maybe.
Think Alabama falls to 7?
No. I think Alabama's ahead of Oklahoma.
Okay.
I think that's how they'll come out.
Okay.
Now they may not. But I would be surprised if they did.
Yeah. We'll see. You know, it's there's so many negative narratives out there about Alabama, and it's just recency bias, right? We all saw the Indiana game, and so you know you're like, well, you know that team's not going to win 7 games, you know.
Yeah.
It's different year, different team, you know. But we'll see.
All right, let's take a break. We'll be back with one final segment right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice. Bice Motors.
If you're tired of the same old, and you're hungry for something really good, then it's time to go to JR's Sports Bar and Grill. JR's has the best fingers and wings around, and their menu is loaded with appetizers, burgers, salads, and so much more. Follow JR's on their Facebook to keep up with their live music events and drink specials. And if after a long day you just want to stay in, remember JR's delivers. Call in your order at 256-329-2328. JR Sports Bar and Grill, 145 Alabama Street in Alexander City.
The all-new Winter Timber is now open. Located right next to the Walmart Market across from the Auburn Mall. If the outdoors is your lifestyle, Winter Timber is your new headquarters. From rifles, ammo, and hunting supplies, camo, and all the outdoor essentials, they've got it in stock and ready for you. Winter Timber is here to serve Auburn, Opelika, and the entire Lake Martin area. And they'll make the drive worth it. For the best selection and the best service in outdoor gear, one name says it all. Winter Timber, the best in outdoor needs.
Bundle your home and auto and save money with State Farm's personal price plan. Contact State Farm agent Ron Carroll today at 256-378-6631 or visit him on Highway 280 in Childersburg. Prices vary by state, options selected by customer availability, and eligibility may vary.
Satterfield Outdoor Living is Lake Martin's trusted friend for your outdoor land and leisure needs. We're the region's authorized Skag mower dealer for residential and commercial lawns and offer all the small engine accessories you need with top lines of Steel, Echo, Shindawa, Husqvarna, and Metabo products that can tame any landscape. Satterfield is also your grill headquarters with Big Green Egg Grill, and our pros service everything in-house and back up all sales. Get the Satterfield Outdoor difference on Highway 280 right across from Tallapoosa Ford.
Zaxby's birthday cake milkshakes are back. Just in time for Zaxby's 35th birthday, so they're gifting you half-off handcrafted milkshakes. Happy birthday to us all. Zaxby's handcrafted milkshakes. Who's got the sauce?
Zaxby's. Sign Source is your local vendor for commercial and residential sign manufacturing and installation. We offer all kinds of lighted and non-lighted signage, from retail signs, LED message centers, event banners, vehicle wraps, the whole spectrum. We also offer service and repair on existing signs, as well as retrofitting to LED or installation of outsourced signage. We have the knowledge necessary to fulfill all of your signage needs in the short or long term. Visit signsourcenow.com to get started.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Blitz Live, final segment. On tonight's show, thank you so much for all of you out there being with us tonight. Robin Williams, happy birthday today. Unfortunately, no longer with us. Took his own life in 2014. Born on this day, 1951. Hard to believe it's been that long, 2014.
Yeah.
But nonetheless,
sad situation. You never know what personal demons somebody's battling, right?
Yeah, and I think he was like bipolar, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think he had struggled with depression and anxiety for a long time. And so.
But I mean, tremendous actor. I mean, I never found him as funny. Like as a stand-up, I mean, it was just too much.
Have you ever seen his golf routine?
Well, it was just too much for me.
Yeah.
He's just too much, you know. But I mean, to be in comedies and then to be in some of the most, you know, unbelievably dramatic and engrossing roles. I mean, probably one of the most underrated actors ever.
Oh yeah, I would agree.
Just tremendous, and a great loss.
You know, the thing is, I'm a little bit older than you.
A little bit.
So I remember when Mork and Mindy was.
I remember Mork from Mork.
Okay.
Nanu.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember when he and Fonzie faced off. Now that was about. Yeah. All right. Robin Williams movies.
Okay.
Popeye. We said no for that one. Good Morning Vietnam. Dead Poets Society. You said you saw Dead Poets, yeah. Great movie. But you haven't seen Awakenings. That's like my favorite Robin Williams movie. Just a tremendous, great story, true story. We can talk about it later. Mrs. Doubtfire. That's 3. A Good Will Hunting. And
all right, let me just stop you.
Okay.
Because I'm going to give you 1, 2, and 3.
Patch Adams.
1, 2, and 3 right off top.
Okay.
Right off jump.
Right off the jump.
Good Will Hunting.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
I would probably go Good Morning Vietnam 2.
Yep.
And Dead Poets Society 3.
Okay.
I think all 3 of those are movies where he could bring you to tears in any of them.
Captain, my captain.
Yeah, I think I would probably go Mrs. Doubtfire 4.
Mm.
And I'll probably put Popeye at 5.
I love that Popeye movie.
Oh yeah,
I know. I mean, it's goofy and it's corny and
Tim and Shelley.
yeah, the chick from
The Shining.
The Shining, yeah.
Shelley Long? Is it? No.
Yeah, I'll think of it in a minute. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I mean, in Bluto, I mean, it's just
was Dom DeLuise Bluto? Who was Bluto?
He was not Dom DeLuise. It was the same guy that was. He'd been in some other stuff, but that you wouldn't recognize that one. I can't remember now. But anyway, I don't. You ever seen Maverick?
Yeah.
You remember the guy, the big Russian that he takes hunting and he lets him kill the Indian?
Oh,
that was Bluto.
Yeah, okay.
That was Bluto in the movie. So, but anyway, he is such a perfect Popeye. I mean, he committed.
Oh yeah.
So great. But anyway, yeah, I would say that's probably accurate. They would have to be 5th on that list for me. I might go. Yeah, Good Will Hunting's number 1. I don't think you can argue that. I might go Dead Poets Society 2.
I would say this about Good Will Hunting. Not only is it the best Robin Williams movie, I think it may be top 5 in movies that I've seen. Like, Godfather 2 is number 1 to me.
Number 1.
Number 1.
Godfather 2. Okay.
Yeah, but I think Good Will Hunting would be somewhere in my top 5.
Wow. It's a good movie. That's something that may be for next week. I don't know if we'll have time. We're going to start an SEC preview next week, but remind me that after football season, top 5 movies or top 10 movies, your top 10 of all time. Top 5, top 10. We may.
You have to let me do a little research on that one now.
Just your favorites.
I know, but I can't sit here and tick off my top 10. I have to think about it.
I can tell you my top 5 at least. I'm sure.
I don't think I'd have to think about it because there's a lot of great ones.
Interesting. Godfather 2, number 1. That's pretty. It's interesting.
I just think it's the most well-made movie of all time.
My favorite movie of all time, Jaws. Yeah. So when I was like 5 years old and have been fascinated with it ever since.
You know, it's funny.
Saw it at the drive-in too, no less.
Okay. I saw it also at a drive-in.
Yeah.
And made me scared of the ocean.
Yes, it did. Yeah. I can still see Quint, and I remember thinking when I was leaving it, if only Brody hadn't been wearing those gloves.
Yeah.
He could have held on. He could have held him, but twas not to be. All right, that's going to wrap it up for us. Thank you so much. For all of you out there being with us, be sure to join me and Randy Lee for the Auburn Blitz tomorrow at noon. He is JJ. I'm Andy. So long for now, everybody. We'll talk again soon.
Bucks Island is your boating headquarters. Are you ready to hit the water and go boating this summer? Bucks Island has all kinds of boats with one sure to fit exactly what you want. Fishing boats, sport boats, pontoon boats, and all with low monthly payments. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Bucks Island Service Department experts are also here for you to keep your boat in top running condition. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Don't be left standing on the bank this summer. Visit online at bucksisland.com and don't buy a boat till you get a Bucks quote.
If you listen carefully, you'll hear the roads of Alabama calling. And Sarah Honda has your answer. Serving you for over 40 years with one of the largest Honda and pre-owned inventories in the state and the Sarah Promise. Our best deal when you buy or trade, a 72-hour exchange policy, a no-hassle trade-in promise. Written offers are good for 7 days. And our best service promise. Our factory-certified technicians help keep your vehicle running smoothly. That's why Alabama can be yours to discover in a new vehicle from Sarah Honda in Sylacauga.
Farmers and Merchants Bank of Dadeville is building a foundation of strength and trust in the entire Lake Martin community. With our modern branch in Dadeville and caring, attentive staff, we've established Farmers and Merchants Bank as a reliable friend to your banking needs. Whether it's just a savings or checking account or any commercial, auto, or real estate loan, Farmers has local decision making to build a relationship with you and your needs. Farmers and Merchants Community Bank. Strength, service, community.
Summertime is a special time. Time on the water, time away from work, and more time with family and friends. Make sure your heart is ready for the season with an appointment at the UAB Heart and Vascular Clinic at Russell Medical. I'm Dr. Kevin Sublett, and our entire clinic is dedicated to keeping your heart healthy. We're right here in your own community and backed by the knowledge and expertise of UAB Medicine. Make an appointment today by calling 256-234-2644 or visit uabmedicine.org/heartrussell.
Lee Apparel is your go-to vendor for screen printed and embroidered apparel and promotional products. We print and embroider free custom-made graphics or outsourced designs on everything from t-shirts, headwear, corporate wear, team sportswear, high-end safety apparel, and promotional products. At Lee Apparel, you can always expect quick turnaround time, competitive pricing, friendly customer service, and free in-hands delivery on all orders. Visit us at leeapparel.com to get started.
Ivy Creek Healthcare is excited to showcase their newest clinic, Ivy Creek Family Care of Lake Martin, located conveniently near the main entrance to Stillwater's on Highway 49 South in Dadeville. Ivy Creek Family Care of Lake Martin is an urgent care with walk-ins welcome. Whether you need lab work, x-rays, or immediate care, find comfort here at Ivy Creek Family Care of Lake Martin. Ivy Creek, here when you need us most.